is Luna Darkheart. This is the incubator that I have the SpitFire Eggs in. I cannot get the incubator to work, so in substitution of it not working, I got this actually, by the way, I got this months ago when I was trying to get Devil's Claw pregnant, and that did not happen. She ended up laying eggs that weren't fertile. She only laid a few of them. And then SpitFire here has laid 16 eggs, and I have no idea if they're fertile yet because it's only been 3 days. The eggs have been in the incubator for going on 2 days because a veterinarian, on the first day I found out she laid the eggs, because the first day in the morning, if you look at my videos, you'll see that when I post that video, oh my god, my SpitFire laid eggs. That was the first day. And I called a veterinarian. They told me that I could leave it with the mother. The mother knows best. A veterinarian with a fucking degree told me that. Or I can do what I've done now. But in doing so, I've endangered the eggs. Because I listened to a veterinarian that is supposed to, they say they treat snakes, so, I mean, and, yeah, I don't think they know shit, because my Devil's Claw died. I don't know if she could have been saved, actually. I would have brought her to the vet anyways. But I saw blood in her tank. Called them. They said I could bring him the next day, or then that night I listened to him. Then I got to bring him the next day, but the next morning I found her dead. So, and it was the same veterinarian place I called because they're the only ones that I know that they say they treat snakes. So, and I went there countless of times with Devil's Claw as well, but. So, I'm going to explain as to how this all went down with SpitFire's eggs, because I already explained, like, we tried with a different snake to get her pregnant and what that happened. I just went over that briefly. I've been trying to get SpitFire pregnant ever since I got her. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see exactly when I adopted her. And ever since I adopted her, after I let her after a few days, I let her get acclimated to her new home, and her new tank. After those few days, that's when I started to try to mate her with my Chester here. Right there. So, and I've been trying for months. I didn't think I was actually going to succeed in getting her pregnant. And, she did. Obviously, but I know she got thicker. I know her body looked different, besides the fact that she got thicker. But I looked all over the internet. I could not find definitive information. More than one people had different opinions, and so I didn't know when she conceived. Obviously, 2 months ago, that's when she got pregnant, but I still have no idea when that exactly was. Besides the fact that it was 2 months ago. And so when I was trying to get Devil's Claw pregnant last year, I looked up information on taking care of the eggs. Still couldn't find much of anything, so I'm still like fucking ignorant in the subject. And how you become a professional breeder is you start breeding, and that's what I'm starting to do. So I'm still learning. So like I said, I didn't know when she got initially pregnant, so I was not, I didn't know when she was going to lay her eggs. A lot of breeders, they usually know around the time that their snake got pregnant. They usually know approximately, so then they approximately can guess when the snake's going to lay the eggs, but I had no clue, so I couldn't figure that out. All I knew was she was thicker. My Devil's Claw got thicker. Quite thick, actually. And then she died. Around the time that I guessed that I guesstimated that she was gonna conceive. And then that didn't happen. So, and I'm saying all this stuff, and you can tell I'm a little upset, a little sarcastic, because I commented on a few people's videos of them where they're showing their eggs, they're showing their snake conceiving eggs and all this. And somebody blew up my question out of proportion. So I'm just going down explaining all this. Because all I asked was that my female corn snake laid eggs, and I don't know what to do, because the vet told me to either leave the eggs with the mother, or put them in the incubator I have now with the stuff that a reptile store gave me, a reptile store that was recommended from PetSmart to go to, and this is the stuff they told me to put the eggs in. Now they told me, see how this side looks? They told me that when the moisture goes down, that starts to look different. Then I put more water in, but they said that's every few weeks. Now, I never touched the eggs. When she laid them, I never touched them. She was wrapped around. If you saw the, if you go to my Instagram, you'll see pictures I posted. Video I posted, even in my video where I'm like, oh my god, SpitFire laid eggs, I show you, okay, her laying around the eggs. That's how I found her, the first morning. And no, actually, that is the first morning I noticed eggs there. Day before that, I did not see eggs there. And that is how I found her. She stayed in that position pretty much all day when I was gone. The first day I found out she had eggs, because I had no choice in the matter that not being there that day, even though I needed to be, so I could remove the eggs and put them into this and get the stuff. So midday on the second day is when I got this all set up. Now, I know the indentations in the eggs, that's not a good sign. I know it's a really bad sign. I also know that this egg right here is turning yellow, which means it's probably a slug, which means it's unfertile. But I'm hoping for the best. I also found out that if you put any eggs in with the male snake, he will eat them. And the person that blew up my question out of proportion, which I highly do appreciate the advice, I do. I understand the person cares. Anyways, this was originally the cold side of the tank, but I decided to put the heat pad on that side because it's closer to the plugs. And this is the mother, SpitFire. She's laid in a really tight ball. I've never seen it laid in such a tight ball before. I guess because now that she's conceived, she actually can. And now that was the warm side, is now the cold side of the tank. She's laying in the middle, as you can see. And also, before anybody makes this comment, I can't afford to get her any bigger of a tank that she is in, because I'm not financially stable. So, now that I've said that, to avoid certain comments, I would like some advice. I would like some criticism, advice, as to what to do about the eggs, and if you can tell just by glancing at them if the eggs are fertile or not. It's only been 3 days, so I know at a couple of days you can't like hold a flashlight up to the egg to see whether or not if they are fertile. I got 2 opinions at a reptile store. Reptile Island in Staten, that's near Long Beach, California, where I live. That place was recommended to me through PetSmart, which is, if you don't live in California, if you don't have PetSmart, it's a store that sells a lot of pet supplies. The guy was supposed to be knowledgeable about reptiles, so that's where he recommended me to go. I was going to go to a reptile factory, but this guy said that the Reptile Island had more stuff, and that he recommended that they would know more. So that's where I went. And far as what I've done for the eggs is what I was told by the employee that lives that works at Reptile Island. And so back a little bit as to what happened yesterday. Sorry about all over the place. I'm just trying to cover everything. She laid the eggs on this side. The day I posted that video, oh my god, SpitFire laid eggs. She laid them on this side. She was, if you watched that video, you'll see how she was laid around the eggs. And she laid 8 in the morning before I left. I left around like 10, 9, 8 in the morning, 10 in the morning. And she stayed that way all day, as far as I know. Because when I came back, she looked to be like she was laid the same way. And the eggs, I did not touch them, period. I did not touch her. I put this board underneath her, because, yeah, the tank's messed up at the bottom on the right side. So, I picked her up, took the whole tank there, because I was not gonna touch the eggs and risk me hurting them. Not that I would, but I didn't want to risk it, so I took her, this whole tank, this whole 10-gallon tank, to Reptile Island, and in the car, I will admit, the tank slid to the other side, slid a bit to the other side, but the adhesive that is created from the eggs, when they were conceived, I'm pretty sure held them together from like rolling, because they were all stuck together. All of them were. Before, obviously, that the guy picked them up, because even though I did not touch them, I still have not touched them because I'm just a beginner at breeding, so I'm still learning all this. But, so he picked him up, like they said, the eggs did slide. They went from, I'll zoom here, they went from there to there. But like I said, the eggs were all stuck together, so I'm pretty sure they didn't turn. And yes, I did not mark the eggs like you're supposed to, because I didn't know that's why people do it. Again, I'm ignorant in all this. I tried as hard as I could to find information. But like I said, many people had many different opinions. But I really did try to find information on how to properly take care of these eggs. That I didn't really find any information. I wasn't even sure if I didn't think I was going to succeed in getting her pregnant, let alone her laying eggs. So, like I said earlier in the video, I couldn't guesstimate as to when she was going to lay the eggs. So yes, she laid her eggs and this stuff. Next time though, I will, every month, I'll have to figure out when exactly, but I'll try occasionally. Next time when I get her pregnant, I will put moss in there. I'll guesstimate as to when she's gonna conceive. I'll put moss in there, so that's, or not moss, but the stuff that you're supposed to put in there for the eggs, so she can lay the eggs and that stuff. To keep the eggs moist, and then I'll mark the eggs. I'll do all that stuff with all that stuff, because now I've learned a lot more since this happened in the last 3 days. I think I've learned some proper information. I'm hoping I've learned the correct information from other people that have bred eggs and bred snakes, and laid eggs. But yeah, I'm trying to do my best I can, because I really do want these eggs to come out healthy and beautiful and happy. But so yeah, if anyone can give me more advice, give me some tips, tell me like what they think, I'd highly appreciate it. I don't know how well I'll respond to negative comments, but I will try my best to take criticism, negative criticism, or whatever. But yeah, I do, like I said, I do know that the cage being indented is not a good thing. But when the guy looked at the eggs, I should have videoed it, and I wish I would have. but literally it looked like a reddish color. You couldn't really tell that the veins were gonna show up or not, because it's been so early in the early with her just laying eggs and all. I need to get her new water. But yeah, I think I've went over everything, but yeah, if anybody can help me out to further take care of these eggs properly, save the eggs, to advise me in the right information, so the next time this happens, I'll be more aware of what to do, more aware of how to take care of them, more aware of how to successfully save these eggs and bring them into the world. The babies, anyways. So, I think I've said all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for the likes and the comments. And subscribe and all that shit. Bye.